Hey, everybody. How are you? It's Wednesday again. Let's see. Let's go. All right. Headed to the comment section. Emma Rose, what's up, girl? Let's see. How do I make a comment? Post comment. All right. Kayla Shamisa, what's up? Skippers, aquariums, eakers. Oh, man. This is already a great group of people in here today. I'm excited. I left my iPad at work, so I just had my cell phone tonight. So what I want to do is get the stream info. I don't know. All right. There we go. Sorry, guys. Slow start, but everybody's in here. So say hello to everyone. There's some people we don't see every day up in here. All things fish. What's up? Haven't seen you in a minute. You've been slipping by. I haven't been watching chat enough. Mexicali, Jorge, what's up? I love the rock and roll shorts talking about different things that you're doing, man. Uh, I really like your aesthetic for your shorts and videos. So keep up the good work, sir. I'm proud to know you. Let's see. Okay, post comment. There we go. Now I'm firing on all cylinders. Wait, paste. There we go. Hey, that is for whoever wants to show a tank and talk about fish. I don't have I can't do two cameras at once, so we got room. Feel free to share. Now, I wanted to do. There we go. No, I got it. I got it. I remember. Boom. All right. So you may ask yourself, why are we looking at this dirty ass tank. So we got that going on. So this is the first time that I haven't been able to easily clean brown algae off of a surface, off of glass, and it makes me really worried. Makes me real worried. So yeah, I've been worried about it. So I figure I'll sit here with my nose in the chat. I can see 4 chats at a time. Who's up to bed? Vibes, good night. Yeah, man, got work in the morning. So this water isn't as cloudy as all this. It will be as soon as I start scrubbing, which is also a problem. But just figure I got on it with a razor blade and I was able to make some marks in it. But I was just gonna see, like, I mean, it's obviously coming off. It's getting on the sponge. But maybe if I just sit here and scrub for a long time while we chat. While we chat, I just kicked the stand. Sorry. You know, make the world a little bit cleaner. I'd rather be talking to you guys than looking at chat than just sitting here by myself doing this. Although this isn't an activity that lends itself to good music. I mean, we started with a white pad, and I mean, it's coming off, but it's definitely like layered on there. And I haven't cleaned the glass in this tank for a long, long time. So like the buildup is like great, but you can see that where the soil was against the window, like down at the bottom, there isn't anything but right in here. And I swear, like every time I've had to like deal with this, like ever, I just like run this melamine sponge over it, and it just comes right off. And I'm now dealing with scrubbing something, and it's not coming off very fast. I mean, it's squeaking on the glass, so it's definitely grabbing some stuff. I don't know how many weeks we're gonna have to do this, guys, but next week looks like we'll be doing this some more. You know what I mean? And I don't know, man. Maybe it'll be popular as watching me scrub glass and like getting nowhere. Is that satisfying to watch? Doesn't feel real awesome to me. So I'm doing my water changes tonight. I'm farther along, but I went to my mom's and got the Christmas tree out of the garage, and it's set up, and the Christmas lights are set up, and the timers are set, and we're ready. She's going to visit my aunt in Georgia over Thanksgiving, so then when she comes back from Thanksgiving, all the Christmas stuff already out, ready to go. So she's excited. So yeah, I ran down to Houston to do that. So I flipped my schedule from the night schedule to the day schedule. So that and that. But my wife and I got up and like we were done, and it was like 9:44 in the morning when I was like, man, I'm gonna get another cup of coffee. We did it. All right. All things fish has been busy. Catching up on the water changes for sure, man. That's what I'm doing right now. And it's good. I didn't want to like strap you guys in my chest and do like some sort of like gondo, like water changing, like you're following me around. I figured this shake too much probably would have come through, would be all pixelated. So I decided not to do that. So this was an option, cleaning up dead leaves and thinning out some of the 40-gallon breeder is another thing that we can do. I don't care what we do as long as we hang out together. I love that freaking Emma was here. I lost my voice Aquashella, and she a raspberry just in general. So it was really funny. We met and like we were twins. Like that was funny. Um, Emma is one of my favorite like Dallas meets of like fellow YouTuber type. But she's on Instagram a whole lot. I catch her on the Instagram. She on the gram. Gram. Oh yeah. My audio is weird. Is it because I'm right up on this thing? I'm blasting you. Right, yeah, you have to choose. Yeah, you guys probably can't see it, but there's a juvenile crib swimming around. You'll have to just take my word for it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to show you the worst thing that I have in my picture. Like, look at this. I also have like some water in like tanks with like nothing in them that have been there for a while, and like they're starting to get weird. There's patterns in the films on the surface. I could always show you that. But yeah, man, you know what I mean? I'm going to show you the horrible. So in this episode, fool around and find out. If you just let the brown algae grow on the glass forever, it'll never come. It'll never come on. It'll just never come on. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know whether I can sit here for as long as this is going to take. I don't think I can do it. As the dirted tank comes to its final conclusion, as a failure, will we just take the fish out of this freaking tank and the plants and redo it with just sand? Find out next Wednesday. Next Wednesday on the witching hour. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like Emma Rose and I looked at each other and we were like, peas in a pod. And I was like, I think so. You know, like, Coreworks is trying to get a raise. Good luck to you, sir. That is true. The escape is always fun. And I did it next door. And by the way, the water is totally clear now in this tank. And the let me see if I can get a better shot. The Java moss in the background on that filter is just out of control. So like it's gonna be it's probably ready to trim right now. Like it's like filled out. It's real happy. It's real happy in here. And the snail action is insane. So that hot pink guy on the right. Yeah, only Oscars. I've got 3 racks out here basically, and a rack in the living room. So I've got 4 racks. So I just try to do them all once a week, but it's been every 2 weeks, and it's been 3 weeks on some, not all, but some. But the tanks seem to be um, real stable. Everybody's pretty happy. Let me look and make sure nobody's backstage. Nobody's backstage. Okay, that's good. I forgot to check that, so if somebody was up earlier, I apologize. Yeah, man, hit that like button, y'all. Everybody needs to know. Time to hit that like button. You know what? It might. I'm not going to restart the live. I'm going to leave and come back. Okay. So how do I do that? I need an exit, not end. Let me see. Let's see. I'm back. All right. Does my audio suck? All right. Well, that's cool. Hey, I do have stories to tell. So let's go back to switching the camera around. Let me try that again. I think I remember. Boom. Now, if I go like this, I don't set it on the button. Oh my goodness. Well, only Oscars, this is not the tank for you. This is Snail Nation. This is the Red Army. It hasn't been gone through in a very long time, but whenever I've removed just red ones, I put them in this tank, and then all the rest are over here in what I like to refer to as the Thunderdome. And most of so it has a substrate of snail shells, and there's snails in there, and a bunch of hornwort, and it's a crazy place. So yeah, that's a plant holding tank slash feed the snails. Well, you see, I just don't keep them in check. I'll just like put like wafers in there, and then I'll pull the wafer off of them and grab like all of them, and then I'll put them in the snail tank. So I just occasionally gather with food and like grab like a handful out. So I control the population that way. And I assume that there's such an explosion in numbers and stuff like that because I'm feeding too much. But all my fish are fat. They'll probably live a little bit of a shorter life like that, but they will not want for food. But I'm gradually paring it back, and with some things, it seems like the finesse is to feed just the proper amount, or maybe even less, like the shrimp. The freshwater shrimp are doing well, but I'm only feeding them like once or twice a week, and I see juveniles and stuff like that. I don't see like the number like exploding in there in either one. Um, I'd say the blues are doing better, but those are the ones I can see because the yellows are on sand. So it's like there could be more there, definitely, than I can see and count. I had a pea puffer named Creepy Craig, but he was a creepy jerk, so I gave him a better home. I have assassin snails in my tank to keep them at bay. Yeah, that's true. I've never had an assassin snail, and that would be kind of cool to put in a couple tanks to curb snail populations. Oh man, one of the adults is out. I wonder if I can do this without scaring them. Can you see an adult like laying in the grass? There's definitely a juvenile on the left. Yeah, I need to. I think I'm gonna just like give them like lots of veg. But yeah, some of these ram's horns are like really, really cool looking. And when the water's really clear and I got the mosquito fish swimming around with them, like it looks pretty cool. Think I want to get like, I don't know, like a mushroom or some like more interesting, like another interesting wood piece or something like that in here. But like I'm feeling like a fairy forest type, uh, like a mushroom house, like the Smurfs. You know what I mean? Like I know that there's some ceramic ones out there. Those would be pretty cool. But I get a very forest vibe from this. That curved piece of wood that forms a cave has Sasquatch on the right, and it's like grown onto the wood, and it's also got some moss on it, but the moss is real short. So I don't know whether the fish are doing that or what. And then the other side has Java moss, and it's just like a couple strands, and it's real feathery looking. It looks good. There you go. So is that H word there? What is it? Hyper Hypensistrus. Is that the assassin snail, Jeff King? Yes, Emerose. I love corridors too. I'm only keeping two varieties right now. I've got the hyphen peppercorns, and I have caney. I have three, and they're up here in this tank. I was thinking about taking them out when I put the betas in there, but I think that they'll still have a good time, even with the betas around. But I still need to like take a lot of stuff out of that tank. Nice, yeah. That one center down towards the bottom, crawling on the glass. That bright one, it has red lines in the white shell and is like bubblegum pink. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, having a snail tank is really cool, and I spend a lot more time watching the invertebrates than I thought I would. Like I felt like I would stare at the shrimp a lot just because like they're little and they're always like doing stuff. But you put a bunch of snails together and my mystery snail tank, and I'm actually really enjoying this tank right now, but this is the tank that I have set up most recently. So it's really making me happy, which makes me want to change some more of the tanks around. I've got several bare bottom tanks that could probably use a substrate, and I think that I wouldn't mind doing that. And that means that I can put different plants in there if there's a substrate. Although I'm really loving like moss right now, doing its thing, like when it's really happy. I have a good example of that right over here. Hold on, let me move around. And I never got my coffee from the other room, but let's see, can we show it? Can we show it? So that is a bunch of Java moss, and it is just doing great. And there's so much mulm like underneath it that needs to get cleaned up. But there were only 3 fish in there, but 1 fish is missing because guess what, guys? I talked to somebody in my fish club through Facebook, and they were looking for male guppies because they're doing a male guppy rainbow tank. They were looking for purple and green. I sold some fish, guys. She bought 2 of the Blue Hawaiian, and she bought 2 of the purple Moscows, and I let her like look in all the tanks and pick the ones that she wanted. And she looked in all the other tanks and was like, I've got a couple tanks. She started at the same time as me. Yeah, man, like another cool freaking Austin area friend. Told her about vibes, you know what I mean? And she had cichlids for a while, and she is before, and she loved them. And I was telling her that Vibes is like the cichlid dude in town that I know. So she could definitely have some. So yeah, I made a fish friend and I made a fish room sale. So hey man, you know what I mean? Like the cost of fish food is coming down. And yeah, so that was real fun. Okay, Emma Rose has got like 15 different species. Corridors. That's really awesome, Emma. Emma Rose, you are not the only one. Listening to music, I like to listen. This is going to sound funny. I like to listen to different lo-fi, you know what I mean? And I find like I'm like cleaning the muck out of tanks, and I'm like in a waiting room, and like time doesn't really exist. You know what I mean? It's just like this like uh ambient, you know what I mean? And yeah, I find it very satisfying. I don't mind loops, and I like repetition in my music sometimes, especially with a task that's like tedious like that. But you know what I mean? But like in some of these tanks, it can be kind of tedious getting it done because of snails, and also you're trying not to suck up baby fish, and some of them are pretty fresh. But yeah, she bought 4 fish, and then I sent her home with like a few of like 4 or 5 different plants so that she could put them in her tanks, and because she's doing plants too, and she didn't have any of these, so yeah. It was a real good time making a fishy friend. My fish room produced something, and it is in someone else's tanks now. It's like it's gone full circle. So yeah, man, big step for me. What's going on with chat? Good to see you, Melvin. Okay, here we go. Emma Rose has the there's the juice. All right. This is the scoop on Emma Rose's fish room. 7 pepper, 3 long thin pepper, 5 false Julii, 7 stir by, 3 breviris distress. Wow. I don't even know what that is. Watroy, punctatus, panda, Venezuelan black. Oh, I love the Venezuelan black. I was after some Venezuelan black like for a while, and then what happened? Oh, bristle noses happened, and now I don't have enough pore space in any of my tanks. But there are tanks currently without bristle noses in them, I think. Where they can go. Okay, San Juan, pygmies, elegans, a skunk, swartzi. Nice. I know why you sent the list like that, because you're like, hey man, let me share what's up in my fish room. Like that is what this community is for. Everybody here can appreciate that. That is an impressive Corey list. And yeah, man, if you ever have babies and they're looking for a home, I want to try everything on there. And I'd say that there were at least 5. There were at least 5 of those that like I'm not sure I know what those are. You know what I mean? So like either I've seen them and I didn't know their name. But I'm excited about all of those. That's awesome. Oh, Jeff, did you say something and it got edited by the Google monster? Habrosis. Amarose got the habrosis. Corey's. Well, he can't. Well, I mean, like if it gets deleted, he can't like very well like, type it in there, Huawei. It's just gonna get deleted again. Did you say poopy? Poopy. Yeah, man. Great freaking group in here tonight. Let me grab my coffee real quick. Oh. I'm all coffeeed up. Check the clock. It says 11:41. Everyone, the witching hour is coming up in 19 minutes here in Central Texas. It's probably in the 60s outside right now. Our fish room set at 80 degrees. I'm not sure what temperature the fish tanks are. Probably somewhere between 74 and 76. Because I have all different levels in here, so there'll be a variance of about 2 to 4 degrees depending on what level they are in the fish room. Yeah, the mosquito fish are much calmer and are out front, like being inquisitive and looking at me right now. I'm real happy with the way this tank turned out, and they seem to be pretty happy. So, and I have seen new babies. So awesome sauce. That's awesome, Melvin. Let me see here. Can I do this? Where is it? Boom. Did that get you all excited? Well, Wade, link whatever you feel is appropriate. I don't think I have any requests this week. These guys are being adorable just outside of frame. Let's see if I can get them. You guys are being asses. One guy's like, I'm going straight to the top. Are you traumatized from yesterday when one of you was kidnapped? It's gone to a better place, man. He moved out. Need to throw some females in here. Might just move all of the adults in here and grow the fry. I think I'm losing some to predation. which is good because I haven't like taken advantage of opportunities to like get rid of fish. So the population needs to manage itself a little bit. Otherwise, I'm gonna run out of room. Yeah, is anybody in here like on Vivi? Is anybody using it? Thinking about setting mine up so that way I can sell the bounty of my fish room, sell some plants and some fish and stuff like that. Like nothing's gonna be you're really stressed out, fella. Nothing's gonna be sorry, I'm distracted by this fish. Well, I have like right now in this minute, I have quite a bit of Java moss. Um, I have like 2 or 3 good sized portions of Saswasser tang. Um, I definitely have hornwort and guppy grass, but I've also got like a bunch of the tiger vow. Um, I have some Amazon swords, but they're on a limb coming out of the plant, the babies, and the rosy barbs are preventing any roots from growing off of them at all. So I'm going to take them out of that tank and put them in a newscape tank. And when they start getting a little bit bigger and get a good root set on them, then I will sell some Amazon swords. But yeah, man, I've got the Ludwigia something or another that looks really nice, and probably have a few portions of that as well. So yeah, I'm sorry I wasn't necessarily facing the phone during all that. Hopefully that came through all right. But I was looking around while I was doing it, and yeah, I could always sell some Anubias. My ugly Anubias is getting prettier by the day. There's some new little leaves on there and stuff. But yeah, I just want like easy to grow plants that are doing well for me with no CO2. Just your basic like fish store stuff. But you know what I mean? Like you can get a couple of different kinds of guppies, some mosquito fish, like endlers. Uh, I'll probably have some betas online at some point. At some point, I'll have some swordtails. Um, they've got the swordtail, leertail genes, but I don't know when you would be able to see that on them. I might have to grow them up in order to be able to tell you that. But they just look red as babies. But they still need to grow up a little bit more. I don't think they're a full inch yet. But yeah, just like basic stuff. I could also sell ram's horns. I could also sell mystery snails. Eventually, I would like to be, like selling some of my shrimp. But it would be like basic stuff. There wouldn't be anything particularly rare, you know what I mean? But things that are doing well for me in my fish room. So if you need said items, like this would be a good place to do it. I'd like to get some like merch, like some fish room towels and stuff like that, and actually, like be able to throw those in a box that I'm shipping to somebody. But yeah, I was thinking about doing the Vivi thing to like get that going so that the fish room can start to support itself a little bit. I'm not looking at chats as the only Oscars. I don't know what Anubis looks like. Oh, well, it looks like that. It's not the stringy plant, it's the one with leaves, and it's got a rhizome underneath it. I know that there's still a glare on there, but I think that you get a pretty good idea of what it is there, June. But as you can see, like, I've got grass on top of grass, and it's like all across the tank. So, like, this could definitely be thinned out. Those are the Anubias babies. There's like 3 or 4. Calm down, everybody. Nobody's getting fed right now. Look at these guys. They're so sure that this camera just shakes out food. Just they're pretending to eat. George RB3, hello. A special hello to you, George RB3. Hit that thumbs up for George. You know he gets upset when people aren't hitting the thumbs up like you're supposed to. Sandy told George to relax. That always works. That's right, Coro. I don't say hi except when I do. I love it when Sandy Doty's in here. Yeah, I see you, RB3. You're right there, buddy. Bunny Viper. Bunny Viper. Special hello to Bunny Viper. It's a special hello to Bunny Viper, George, RB3, and Doc Awesome. If you ever see them guys in a chat, make sure that you say hi. It is important, and if it is omitted, it is taken with offense. So you know what I mean. Be kind. Say hello. So special hellos sent out. Okay. See. All righty, George. There you go, buddy. Dubs. But I have totally enjoyed these freaking Rosie Barbs. They have been so much fun. Freaking like best purchase at an auction. Spent like $234 at this auction, man. Like it was crazy. Like I bought books, like, dude, like yeah, I realized that I don't need to be going to auctions. That's what I realized. Well, yes, Emma Rose, and you want to know, but if that's how you greet people, you know what I mean? Like if you like, if you come with a little grouch, you know what I mean? Like a little snap, like, you know what I mean? If that's who you are, you know what I mean? Like the community will learn to embrace you and protect new people from you. You know what I mean? Like that's what we do with Patty, but then Patty changed her name, so you know what I mean? Like she's probably out there sniping again. I don't know. She's been in a pretty good mood for like the last few months. She was so fun to meet in person. Like we were having a great time. Do I know what Mike means? Well, I don't know what I mean either then. I was talking about seeing Patty at the Clash. It was so much fun running around the Clash. I might have left out the subject of my conversation, which doesn't help anyone. So thank you, chat, for keeping me honest. Bum, bum, bum. Well, that's what's up. Yeah, I haven't had cherry barbs, but I've thought about them. I've only come across these rosy barbs. They're just such a good looking group. I really love the way they look with the plants and everything. Like they kind of glow. They're really nice. Very sparkly. That's fun. Guess we've teased them enough. See if we can get an interesting view off the top. Just kidding. See, June, there's another bunch of Java Moss that's doing really good. You know what I mean? So, like, I can pull a few clumps out of there and make somebody happy. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's kind of my plan. Late night and on the Oscars. It's coming soon. I don't know. It might be because it might be time. I can't see. Oh, I can't see the time on my phone. Is it midnight? Yeah, only Oscars. You should set that up, man. I really, really enjoy. I really enjoy this time with you guys and interacting and showing off my stuff. Um, and when I do my live stream, is strategic. It is at 11 o'clock the night before I go back to work and work the night shift. So I definitely need to be awake from 11 to 12:30. And then June comes on afterwards. So after I do my live stream and I go, I think I didn't offend people and, had a nice time. I hope others did. You know what I mean? And listen to June and continue to toil around my fish room and be awake. So it's very helpful. I'm usually at my house in my fish room on this date timestamp. So I enjoy hanging out with y'all. Just make sure that you say hello to George. I do not have a coffee pot in the fish room. I keep my coffee pot in the kitchen, but the coffee pot does come into the fish room during emergencies where the power is out. And I have made coffee in this fish room while keeping warm and reading books with my wife and the lights of the fish room. It's been yeah, no, it's a real cozy spot when it's cold out. It's not as comfortable as like hanging out in our living room and whatnot, but you know, it's freaking 80 degrees in here. Let's hang out with the fish. Oh, I hope so. Throw some emojis out, y'all. Face purple open box. I don't even know. I'm not getting an image. I'm not getting an image in the description. As I mean, like, it's not pink waving hand. Like, I know pink waving hand, but yeah, face purple open box. Yeah, and free duckweed with like every purchase off of my shop. But it just seemed like Vivi would be a good way for me to document my fish room and have a shop so that I can sell the bounty of my fish room online, and you know, just deal with the struggle of boxing orders and shipping fish, you know what I mean, and like just being vigilant on that and doing the extra work and doing it right. um I'm feeling fairly confident that I can do a good job of shipping fish, especially after seeing Dan's talk at the Clash. I saw him seal bags in real time. I inspected the bags after they were done. I see what it looks like, saw the process. I can do this at my own house. Um, I'm excited about it. Face orange TV shape, volcano green lava orange, popcorn yellow striped smile, octopus red waving face, red smiling live, location yellow teal bars, body turquoise, yoga pose, card red penalty. Yeah, hopefully I didn't like slip, but that was like a lot to read. That's what I see. That was freaking funny. Yeah, it's really not hard to upload videos. It's hard to take video, edit it, and upload it consistently. It's not necessarily hard to do. It's I don't know. I don't know. I have throughput issues. You know what I mean? So I'll do what I can. You know what I mean? And hopefully I get better in the future. I've been thinking about it. I've got some ways and means to do it efficiently when I do it. I just need to get to the part where I do it. think I have a wild type that I need to get out of here. Either that or it's chocolate. But it's kind of like reddish brown in color. I'm not digging him or her, but maybe the guppy tank. The one with all the moss, so it can hang out in the moss. Well, right, Emma. Everybody thinks that you should because you want to know what? I enjoy looking at other people's tanks. Um, that's why I've decided on my live stream to be showing some of my tanks. Because like that's like my favorite thing. So I, of course, I encourage everyone and want everyone to upload things so that there's more things for me to watch. You know what I mean? But stuff is passing me by every day and I haven't seen stuff. But it's nice to land somewhere and like have like a bunch of videos to kind of like binge on. You know what I mean? So I do enjoy it. But yeah, I mean, I think that people are interested in seeing what you're up to and what you're doing. So you should at least like show your tanks every once in a while. You know what I mean? And like whatever platform you want to do it on, because I think that I would be able to see it on Instagram. So are the Instagram lives like somewhere so that I can like watch the old ones? That's a question that I have because if I don't catch it live, do I just like go to your page or whatever and find it? Or go to Corey Dorable's page and like find it? That is a question about Instagram for the chat. Thank you very much in advance. I just post stuff, fish tanks, fishing, dirt bikes, eventually fishing, lure painting, a fish room build. Yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about, Joe. Freaking Corey Army. Well, I have an Apple and we'll probably never have a Samsung. But we'll all meet in the internet and hang out because we love fish, man. Right? Okay. So Bunny Viper really wants a Samsung Galaxy again. Yeah, Huawei, and that is where we're different, man. Like I just want to simply like take pictures and video and like post it up. You know what I mean? Like I don't really want to do that much with my phone. You know what I mean? Like I don't. Yeah, I don't want to do all of the tinkering. You know what I mean? And you can do that when you're on like a Samsung phone and really get in there and like change things to the way you want them and things like that. I just know how to use this, so it's so frustrating to not know how to use it and make it do what you want like immediately. That I'm just kind of stuck in my way now. I don't see a reason to change. Golly, I hope you're just another one and you're making the rounds. I hope there's not two brown ones in there. Oh yeah, Emma. Let's put you out there. Like you're freaking awesome. So, uh, Emma, I'm sure you're on Fish Fam Link by now. So we could always probably drop that, and that would definitely have your Instagram on it. Both phones offer more than I'll ever use. Bunny Viper is correct. I feel the same way about that. If you go to fishfam.link, I'm sure that is one of the frequently asked questions or something like that. I would just start right there, Emma. Okay. Huawei, do you have a link for FishFam so that she can get herself set up? I think you end up sending an email to somebody, and then like once they verify you, like they'll give you access to set up your page. Yeah, Emma, fishfam.link will take all of your links and your email if you want, and put it all in one spot so that somebody can just go there and have like all your links. Um, and yeah, it was built by a Fish Fam member, and now is being updated and worked with several other YouTubers, um, like Steven and Jenna P, and like a bunch of others. I believe Mystery Snail Guardians is also in that, but Mystery Snail Guardians is always doing too much, y'all. She is doing stuff constantly. Like definitely like best merch of the freaking Clash. Those t-shirts are freaking awesome. Yeah, Mark, what's up, buddy? Did you make some rounds, sir? Did you like get up out of the house and go sit somewhere else to wait and then come back? Oh, okay, perfect. I think for all my scrubbing, the tank does look a little better now that the water's calmed down a bit. Let's see if I can put it over there without scaring these guys. He's in the left corner. Yeah, you could kind of see him. Yeah, it's better than nothing, folks. That's what we got going on. Hey, can I get a time check from somebody? All right, guys. We're working on the last 11 minutes here. Perfect, guys. Will the fish swim? No, he's just going to hang there. Looks like the screen is frozen. That's how still he's being. That's funny. Bum, 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 bum. Well, I sure have had a good time tonight. I'm really happy that the cribs are breeding in non-optimal 30 tank conditions. So funny. This male is all about the business. She's all like, "Get off me!" And then somebody else swims by, and he's like, "Hey." These are my Gambusia. Got them from the University of Texas campus. Brushy Creek runs through there. Caught them in a minnow trap, and I got one of the invasive species that I was looking for that is just in the campus area of Brushy Creek. The population hasn't moved anywhere else, and it's only in certain spots, but they have they have platies, and the platies are wild type coloration, and but obviously they were introduced at some point. They're from Mexico, so they're definitely an invasive species, and I wanted them, and I wanted to, but I got female. I got female gambusia and male. It's not one of my finest moments in breeding, but it was like one of my first forays into breeding. So it was my first foray into breeding. So yeah, you have to have a male and female fish of the same species in order to get more fish. I did end up getting gambusia, and I was really my brain got really turned on by the fish talk with Warrior Planet Tanks and Jorge, Mexicali fish keeper, and they were talking about like getting outside and seeing what's in your waterways and stuff like that. He scares real easily, but let me see if I can show you. So he's that bit of red. I don't want to move it any closer. He thinks he's hiding. He just got chased by a gambusia female, but that was him. Um, and he's like red with yellow. Like it's awesome. Like he's cool looking. Um, yeah, so I'll get some of those in the future, and um, maybe get a population going and stuff like that. But that was that species of fish in that location, was the new local Austin, kind of choosing that name because it's a new local, um, because they haven't done surveys very often. The previous survey was like 1970 something, so sometime between like 1976 and uh, 2015, these fish were introduced somehow. And University of Texas only has 1 million students and stuff like that, so you can only wonder how they got there. But yeah, it's real interesting. They're not supposed to live this far north, but they were thinking that maybe they're able to swim up underneath the buildings, and with all the concrete and stuff like that, maybe during colder times, the population can still survive by being underneath some of the buildings on campus. So the urban setting itself, helping to protect them from extreme cold. But I do like them. The Variatus platy, it's as a genus, is more cold tolerant than some of the others, and I'm not sure what type this invasive species is. Ball pythons are known to self-clone via pathogenesis. Cloning is the wrong word, but it's two X chromosomes from the same parent. Closer to self-fertilization, I guess. Oh, wow, yeah. There's always cool fringe fish and reptiles, that do that sort of stuff. That male just followed that female into the cave. I hope he doesn't get eaten. That is funny, Emma Rose. That's a good T-shirt. 2 to 100, real quick. There's a snail diving with a piece of guppy grass. I don't know what they're doing, but like they freaking wild out when you get them in a group of 100 or more. They really start doing weird stuff. Like four of the snails will be attached together and like float up from the bottom to the surface. They just do weird stuff. Okay. The female Gambusia is that scary asparagus alien lady and Men in Black too. Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like they have a lot more attitude than the two strains of guppies that I have that are specialized like by color and whatnot. This is a more natural, uh, native guppy. So I mean, like, these guys were actually out in the wild. Maybe not all of them, but the largest females, possibly. There's a snail crawling up through that Suswestern hang. All right. You heard Huawei. Hashtag bath salts for only Oscars. Um, I hope that doesn't have negative doesn't have negative consequences. But yeah, man, let's fly by the seat of our pants. Let's have a freaking good time. I gotta find a battery to plug this phone into. Yeah, I usually have an iPad and an iPhone, so I can be doing like multiple things at once. It's how I prefer to interact the social medias. I'll have a stream playing, and then I'll be freaking like looking up something or doing something. That's my hot take. Bath salts. Yeah, I had a great time too. Hey man, tune in next week. I'm like really seriously trying to make it so that every Wednesday at 11 p.m. Central U.S. time, I come up here and hang out with you guys. I'd like to make it a thing if we could. Talk to you later. Special goodbye to George RB3, and special goodbye to the Bunny Viper, and the specialist. Goodbye to Doc Awesome.